All right, I think I'm live. So if you can see me, and y'all got not ready to go on camera me. Okay, Candace was not ready to go on camera me, but you need to tell me that you can see me so that I go. Give me something in the chat. I was not ready for this, y'all. I gotta find my chat screen. I gotta figure out what's going on. I'm working with you. This is, what you get at the last. Yay, it works. Yay. Okay, let's not see Candace anymore. Let us not see Candace. I'm a hot mess right now. Let us see. I'm gonna share my screen. Yep. Nope, that's not the right one. Let's try other Google Chrome. No. Okay. Give me a second while I figure out how to share my screen and close out the other one. That was just what we call a mistake. So I'm going to close that one down and I'm going to bring up the other one. Give me a second. Boom. Here. There we go. Now let us make it so you can see just that. Google Chrome practice test. Yay. Oh my God, a face to the name. You can see me. I know. I'm so sorry. This was not how I wanted you to see me. We call this hot mess. We call this a hot mess express over here. But I'm able to see you. I'm going to put into the chat one more time just in case anybody missed it over there. The new link. Here is the new link. And hopefully anybody that is there will come over here. I got nothing. So let's go with this. Let me see if I can make this bigger for you all. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry, guys. I wasn't prepared. This is very last minute. How about that? Okay. I look great. Aw, thanks. Lies. But I look great. So let's get right down to it. You know how this is going to work. You're going to put your chat. Oh, wait. We have somebody who passed. We passed. What? Wait, I got to find it. Where is it? We got to give you your song. Hold on. The song's coming. I'm doing it. This is what goes on in the background, y'all. I have 5 screens. But here's what we go. Somebody passed.
Good job. Good job. T-double-O-D-J-O-B. Good job.
And you get the... That is what I'm talking about. You passed and...
My money don't jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, for sure.
There you go. I'm so happy for you. I love that for you. That is amazing. Guys, my comments. Give me a second if I can fix my comments here so I can see everybody's comments. All right. I am officially leaving the other YouTube channel. We are all here. I have a couple of people where it's your first time here, and that's amazing. Gosh, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy we could be here together now. So congratulations. And Winter, yes, I think it was you who passed. So let me do that one more time.
Good job. T-double-O-D-J-O-B. Good job.
I love it. And Denise, you passed too. What? Hey. Oh, Renew, I'm hoping that I get to play this song for you next time. Mariam, you passed. You've been playing that song. Let me play it for you.
My money don't jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, for sure.
That's what I'm talking about. We are getting it done over here. Getting it done. So, guys, we've already lost 17 minutes of time simply because of the technical difficulties. But PrepAgent is working on it, and tomorrow it should be normal. But worst case scenario, I'll just do this again. So what I want to tell you all, guys, if you want to see a replay of today, you're going to have to go to my YouTube channel and it'll be up there for you. Sorry about that, but I figured this was better than nothing. So let's get to it. Which of these is true concerning a property held in joint tenancy? Which is true concerning a property held in joint tenancy? Is it A, a maximum of 2 people can own the real estate? Is it B, the fractional interest of the owners can be different? Is it C, there is always a right of survivorship? Or is it D, additional owners may be added later? What are you thinking? All right, I got to see. 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 Maria, my YouTube channel is the YouTube channel you're on right now. Usually when we do our weekly webinars, it is streamed through the PrepAgent channel. But because of emergency, I had to... That's why I looked the way I did. I had to, okay, let's just be honest. I kind of look like that all the time. I don't really do makeup. But I had to jump over to my YouTube channel. So you're on it right now. C. And somebody said it earlier.
I like carrots. And you should too. It goes crunch, crunch, crunch. And it's good for you. We like carrots. And you should too. It goes crunch, crunch, crunch.
All right, let's see if the answer is C. Hey, we got it right. We got it right. Hey, we got it right. Do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance. Hey, 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 hey. We got it right. The answer C. Now, in which case is it B? Sarah, great question. B says the fractional interest of the owners can be different. So, Sarah, I hate to say that. I'm going to say it to you this way. In most states, on the national exam, that is never the right answer. In most states, on the national side of the exam, B, the fractional interest of the owners can be different, is not the right answer. In some specific states, it can be different if you take these extra steps. But for a national side, you would never choose that. That is a very state-specific one-off answer for it to be right. So hopefully that makes sense for joint tenancy. I should say that. That's never the right answer for joint tenancy. If we change the question to tenancy in common, then yes, it could happen. So I don't know if that kind of makes sense. Oh, you love my vibe. Thanks, Crystal. If that makes sense, Sarah, if the question was asking about tenants in common, yes, unequal. If we're talking about joint tenancy, no, never gonna be the answer. So, does that make sense to everybody? Yay, hopefully so. Awesome sauce. Let's go to our next question. The technical definition of real property includes... The technical definition of real property includes, is it A, the right to possess and use to the exclusion of others? B, chattel real? C, method of acquisition? Or D, anything immovable by law? A, B, C, or D. So while you do this, let me know what your answer is. Now, I'm also going to say this. Guys, if you like going live, follow me on YouTube because I go live usually once a week. For the past couple months, it's been Thursdays, but I think I'm going to start going live on Sundays. So if you want to be notified when I'm just doing a live, follow my YouTube and then you can get lives. And in my lives, I tend to let you ask me questions. I don't answer. I'll have some questions prepared, but you can ask me whatever you want. All right, what do we have? We got D. We got D, we got D, we got D, we got D. Oh, we got a doggy. Oh, D, 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 D. I got to scroll through D, 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 D. Mostly D's. And if it's D, you got to say...
Under the sea. Under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
I love that. I love that song. Most of you all said D, so let's see. The technical definition of real property includes, is it D, anything immovable by law? Hey, we got it right. We got it right. Hey, we got it right. Do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance. Hey, 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 hey. We got that answer right. Thank you, Josh, giving me the answer I wanted to see there because I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy, apparently, but that is okay. That is okay. Now, I did see some people say B. If you said B, chattel real, well, chattel is a word for personal property. Chattel is personal property. That's not our answer. So if not A, why is it not A? So it's not A because the right to possess and to use to the exclusion of others is our bundle of rights. So, well, you know what? So I'm going to say this. I'm going to get really picky, If we really break it down, you've got land, which is the surface of the earth, and that's everything above the surface and below your airspace, your underground rights, your underground space. That's land. Real property is going to be just anything that the land plus anything that is attached, whether it is man-made or natural. So land is land. It would include trees. It doesn't include a house. If you talk about real property, anything that's permanently attached, like the house. And then real estate is when you include your bundle of rights. So the bundle of rights is part of the definition of real estate. Now, the truth is, for most of the test, you're going to use the word land, real property, and real estate. Did I just do that in the right order? They're going to be interchangeable. Let me make sure. Sorry, guys, I'm a little thrown off by they are joining here. Let me make sure I just told that to you right. Give me a second. Okay, let me go backwards with that. Let me do this. Guys, let me say that again, right? Let me say that again because I said it backwards. Land is just the surface of the earth, everything there. Real estate is going to be land and everything that's permanently attached. And then real property is going to include your bundle of rights. I was like, as I said it, that doesn't feel right. So really, truthfully, if you're going really deep down into it, your bundle of rights is the definition of the right to possess and the right to use to the exclusion of others. So there you go. Let's move on to my next one. Bill owns an easement in Joe's property or land. Bill is not a property owner. What kind of easement does Bill have? I'm gonna say it again, right? Bill owns an easement in Joe's property or land. Bill is not a property owner. What kind of easement does Bill have? Is it A, an easement by prescription? Oh, good, that's awesome. B, an easement in gross. C, a pertinent easement. Or D, an easement by necessity. What say you? A, B, C, or D? All right, I got a C, I got a B, I got an A. I got a C. What do we have? What do we have here? I so far have a B. Okay, I got a C, a B, an A, a C, a C. Well, we're kind of all over the place right now, but C seems to be a good, and C, we got a D. So now I have an A, B, a C, and a D. So this tells me we need to talk about it. I got an A or a C. I got another A. Guys, this is kind of all over the place. A, C, D, C, A, D. All right, here's what this tells me. Now, again, if you all have been following me for a while, you know that I do go do these lives and I do other stuff. And the reason I'm saying this is because on my YouTube page, I did a great video on how to break down questions with my friend Chris. And for this question, what I want to say is the breakdown of this question is about definitions. And because you all are all over the place with your answers, let's talk about the definitions to each answer. Because you can't answer this if you don't know what these definitions are in detail. So easement by prescription. When I talk about an easement by prescription, if I were to categorize words having to do this, easement by prescription is in the category of how are easements formed. You can gain an easement by prescription. How is it formed? Well, prescription means you followed the laws. You followed the rules. And because you followed, hey, I used it for long enough, blah, 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 blah. If I had land and you've been crossing my land for 40 years, and all of a sudden after 40 years, I was like, no, you can't cross it anymore. If you went to a judge to be like, hey, judge, that's not fair. I've been using Candace's land to cross it for 40 years, and now she's changing her mind. The judge might very well grant you an easement by prescription. It's about how an easement is granted. All right? So that could be a maybe. That could be a maybe answer, but let's see if there's a better answer, because that's what these questions are about. What's the best answer choice? C is an easement in gross. So we know in general, if I were to categorize easements in general, they come in two varieties. Appurtenant easements, right? Appurtenant easement or an easement in gross. And then it turns out there's two different types of easements in gross. There are utility easements, and then there's a personal easement, right? A utility easement and a personal easement. Either way, in an easement in gross, there's only one property, the property being crossed, the servient tenement. If it's a utility easement, it's, like a gas line or, electrical line or something like that, a utility company. Maybe it's train tracks. There's only one property, yours being crossed. The company does not own your property. The utility company doesn't. They're just using it to cross. A personal easement in gross is when I say, hey, William has the choice to, has the ability to cross my property to get to the ocean. Once again, he doesn't own my property. All right, cool. I like that. And right now that's feeling like a better answer than easement by prescription, because easement by prescription is specific to how it was formed. Easement in gross, yeah, that's a true statement. And neither a utility easement or a personal easement, which is Bill just has the right to cross the land. Bill does not own my property. So right now I like B better. Well, appurtenant easement, C, that is a type of easement where there are two properties. Two properties. And if it was a pertinent easement, it means Bill owns a property and Joe owns a property. And Bill's property needs to cross over my Joe's property. So in an appurtenant easement, there must be two pieces of land, and the person crossing must be the owner of the land that is doing the crossing. Right? So if Bill is crossing Joe's property, Bill's land is a servient tenement. He has to own that land. So I'm thinking that's not the answer. And then you got D, an easement by necessity. Just like A, an easement by necessity talks about how an easement is formed. Easements can come from prescription, or they could come from necessity because the land is landlocked. So it's not A or D. It gets down to B or C. C requires two pieces of land, and the land that's doing the crossing has to be owned. Bill would have to own the property and then cross over Joe's. So it can't be C because Bill is not a property owner, meaning our answer, let's see, is it easement in gross? Booyah! Booyah! So Denali, when we say Bill's guests can't use the easement, in an everyday sense, yes. Bill's guests can use the easement in an everyday, I'm going to work, I'm getting to the house way. But if we're talking about legally, like Bill dies or Bill sells the house, like no, his guests can't continue to use it. We're thinking much more macro and more less micro. So does that make sense? Yay, you got it, Peyton. Yay! So it looks like B is the answer of choice. Exactly. But I wanted to make sure everybody understands why the answer is not a pertinent easement. Because when I do these questions, I don't just want you knowing what was the answer. I want to make sure you understand why the answer is what it is. Oh, good, Naya. I'm glad. And guys, that's what I was saying. If you look at this video, I think I put it up yesterday. Chris and I break down how to answer the questions because I think that is a big deal. That's a big deal. Oh, tequila. The it's Nakilia, I think is what it is. A necessity is an easement out of necessity is when a piece of land is landlocked. So do you know what landlocked means? Because if you don't, think of a donut. Imagine the donut itself being a piece of land. So you are the donut. And let's say I own the land. Where is the donut hole? If I am the donut hole, I can't get to a road because your land surrounds me. I don't have access to a major highway or a public road. When you have a piece of land that doesn't have access to a public road, it is called landlocked. So there you go. Oh, tequila like the drink. Good. Yes, exactly, William. You're exactly right. You were thinking of the utility company for B. Your thinking's not wrong. Your thinking ain't wrong. You're thinking in the right way. We're thinking smart. All right, guys, let's go to our next one. An ownership interest that permits multiple purchasers to buy interest in the same piece of real estate is a... Let's break that down again very carefully. An ownership interest that permits multiple purchasers to buy interest in the same piece of real estate is a... Is it? Oh, Denali, you said ingress and egress. Yes, that's talking about being able to get there. Amaryllis, you said, will this be saved? It will be on my YouTube page. I'll see if I can send it over to PrepAgent so that they can have it on their page instead, but it'll at least be on my page. All right. So an ownership interest that permits multiple purchasers to buy interest in the same piece of real estate. Is it a condo? Is it a leasehold? Is it a timeshare? Or is it a cooperative? What say you? Condo, leasehold, timeshare, cooperative. What do we got going on here? Let's see. I think you all are telling me C. Ashley called it up.
I like carrots, and you should too. It goes crunch, 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 and it's good for you. We like carrots, and you should too. It goes crunch, 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 crunch.
Ooh, yeah, we got C's. What else do we have? C. Ooh, Eve gave me coconuts. She put the lime in the coconut and drank it all up. Right. C. Let us say, is it C? Oh, I got to click on the right thing. Got double screens going on here, guys. Let's see. Hey, we got it right. Hey, we got it right. Do a little dance. Hey. Now, I had a number of people saying D. Let's talk about why D is not the right answer. First, talk about why C is the right answer. In a timeshare, remember there's an apartment. Let's just start with apartments. We all know what an apartment is. You're renting an apartment. When you buy that apartment, so when you buy the very same thing that you're renting, that's your space when you're renting, that is a condo. You're buying a piece of real estate. That apartment is yours and nobody else's. And that is why our answer is not condo, because you are getting individual ownership of your apartment, right? In a timeshare, you're getting ownership of the apartment with like 50 other people. Because you're agreeing, okay, well, I get it for 2 weeks in January, and then William gets it for the next 2 weeks in January, and then Irma gets it for the 2 weeks in February, and then Giselle gets it 2 weeks in, the second 2 weeks in February, and then, Kyle gets it for the next 2 weeks. That's a timeshare, all right? The reason the answer is not D is because in a co-op, you've got a company, Acme. You know how when you watch Looney Tunes and there's always the Acme company that builds all that stuff? Like imagine Acme owns an apartment building. What happens is Acme owns this apartment building, and all those apartments can be rented out. However, if you want to rent out an apartment, you must be an owner of the company. You got to own stock in Acme. So when you buy a co-op, you're not buying real estate. You're buying stock in Acme. And because you have stock in Acme, what you're getting is the ability to lease one of the apartments. Dang. Alicia said, you watch my 5-hour review. You watch my 5-hour review. We love that. Hey, Marsha, you're back. So yes, you all asked me to put my channel up here, but okay, I will. It is YouTube. And then if you go to here, it's where you all are. Look, see, you all are watching the webinar. That's y'all right here. Look at there. But this is my YouTube. Just look at Candace K. Ellis. See, at Candace K. Ellis. This is where you are right now. So when we finish, you're just going to click. And you'll see here, this is a breakdown. If you like how I break stuff down, go there. But there you go. All right, let's go to the next one. I did work hard. Thank you, Marsha. I did work hard to make sure y'all got alive today. We're just going to pretend you never saw me looking quite that bad. I didn't even brush my edges, y'all. I didn't even brush my edges. So let's go to our next question. And if this was your first time here, I know it's 3:30, but I usually go for about an hour, a little bit less than an hour. So I was planning on going till 4 anyway. Don't worry about the time you missed. I was going to go till 4. I can't continue after 4 because I got to get ready for my evening class. But I will be doing this tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Except that will be on, you just go to your regular link and YouTube should have it, or YouTube PrepAgent should have it right. And if they don't, we'll just do this again. So no worries. Homeowner Jenny acquired the ownership of land that was deposited by a river running through her property by. Let's breathe again. Yeah, I did say not the edges. My edges were looking like a 2-year-old that just woke up. It sure does. My edges were not brushed. They were not. That's what happens when you got natural hair. We got to brush those edges. Get that edge control going. Homeowner Jenny acquired the ownership of land that was deposited by a river running through her property by. Now let's look at this question. Let's break it down. Jenny owns property and there's a river. And they're saying she has a river and that river is giving her more land. Are we describing accretion, avulsion, reliction, or succession? What are we talking about? Let's see what we got. I gotta go back. Sorry guys, you got to see my mouse more so than usual. You need a one-on-one with me, Shantae? Come on, bring it. I got an A. Marsha, you mean my next in-person real estate class? You'd have to be a North Carolina resident to get credit for it. But my next national review is in March. We got an A, 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 yo, A, yo. Uh-oh. Tuha, is that how you say your name? Taha? I think you say it Taha. She gave me apples, which makes me go, I like to eat apples and apricots. All right, we got A's, we got A's, we got A's. Josh says A equals accumulation, accumulate. Ooh, Iris said accretion is the additional of land, right? Ooh, I like what Alicia said. She said AC, like accretion, acquire. I like that. And yes, Crystal, I am North Carolina. I am. So let's see. Is it A, accretion? Hey, we got it right. We got it right. Hey, we got it right. Do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance. Hey, 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 hey. So if you chose A, accretion, you are right. Now, Sarah asked me, what is reliction? So it's the opposite. It's kind of like, well, it's not really the opposite, but it's not the same. Accretion, you're adding land. Imagine instead of there being a river running through Jenny's property, there was a small stream. Small stream, like, you step in it and it barely covers the top of your shoe. Small stream. And let's pretend that whatever city Jenny lives in, it's hot. and there is a drought, a big drought. We know when we have big droughts, sometimes when the drought ends, streams don't come back. When you gain the land because a stream or some other water source dries up, you've gained land through reliction. That is reliction, the gaining of land, not because the river deposited it, but because the water dried up. That is reliction. Oh, good, Yummy. You have a one-on-one session with me on Thursday? Yes, I'm excited. Whoop, whoop. All right, let's do our next one. The purchase of a ticket for a professional sporting event gives the bearer what? The bearer, I hate that word. The purchase of a ticket for a professional sporting event gives the owner of the ticket a what? It's just a stupid word, bearer. It just doesn't work well. Does it give you a license to enter and claim a seat for the duration of game? A. Is it B, an easement right to park his car? C, a license to sell food and beverages at the sporting event? This ain't the movies. You can't just be bringing in your own food. Or D, an easement and gross interest in the professional sporting team. Now, guys, this is going back to what I was saying about knowing your vocab. If you understand what an easement is, you're like, wait, what does an easement have to do with the ticket for professional sporting event? So you could already say it's not B and it's not D. Is it A or is it C? Right? And now you all are giving me the A's. A's. Apples, A. Yo. I need to come up with another A song. Y'all are slacking. You need to give me another A song. Right? But let's see. Is it A, a license to enter and claim a seat for the duration of the game? Hey, we got it right. We got it right. Hey, we got it right. Do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance. A. We got A. A is our answer. We love it. If you got it right, give yourself, brush your shoulder off. You know, brush that shoulder off. You got it right. I love it. This question is hysterical. I agree, Marcia. It is hysterical. It's ridiculous. But I like it. Some of your questions may not be this ridiculous, but I promise you, as you learn your vocab, you're going to be able to use that vocab to eliminate answer choices because you're like, this word doesn't even match anything. I love it. Let's try our next one. A partition suit is used for which of the following? A partition suit is used for which of the following? Is it A, to change a tenancy by entireties to some other form of ownership? Is it B, to force a division of property without all of the owner's consents? Is it C, to allow construction of party walls? Or is it D, the termination of party fences? Wait. Jasleen, what? You got your license yesterday. What?
Good job. Good job. G-O-O-D-J-O-B. Good job.
It's a party. She's a licensee. Oh, I kind of made that rhyme. Party, licensee. I am no Eminem. I'm no Jay-Z. Heck, I'm barely that old woman in The Wedding Singer that started rapping. That was bad, y'all. But you get your song.
My money don't jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, for sure.
I love that song. Congratulations, Jasleen. I love it. I love it so much. You are so welcome, Jasleen. And I love that you all come back and you tell me that you passed. I feel like Oprah, like that little meme. Like this Oprah. I love it. I love it so much. And I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. All right. Okay. Jasleen, you're so very welcome. It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure to help in any way. So let's see what we've got for this answer. I got B's, I got B's. I got a B, I got a B, I got a B, I got a B, I got B-I-N-G-O, 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 and bingo was his name. Oh. Ooh, we got bananas. I see you, B Eve. It's bananas. B A-N-A-N-A-S. It's bananas. Okay, that's enough of that. We got bees, 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 bees. Marsha, you've never heard of a partition suit. Well, it's going to be our answer there. And is it B, to force a division of property without all of the owner's consents? Yes. B is our answer. So think of it this way, Marsha. Let's say you and me and Josh and Eve are all owners. Me, you, Josh, and Eve. And all of a sudden, y'all can't stand me. And you're like, Candace, we really wish you would sell out. Let's say we own 4 acres. And you're like, and it's 4 different houses. You're like, Candace, we really just don't want you to be part of our group anymore. You could sue for a partition. Like, you could ask the courts to say, hey, we got 4 houses on 4 acres. And we don't like Candace anymore. Instead of it being one property with 4 acres and 4 houses, could you make it 4 properties, each with 1 acre and 1 house? And even if that's not what I wanted, you could sue. So a judge would force this to happen, force the partition to separate that property, even though I didn't really want it. So hopefully like that. Yes, like a partition divides a room. Exactly. Look, and Jasleen said it. I love it. It took you 7 times, but you did it. And let me tell you, Jasleen, that kind of dedication, that perseverance, that just momentum to get it done, that is what's going to make you so successful in real estate. So yeah, it sucks that anybody has to take this exam multiple times. But let me tell you, if you apply that same determination to being successful in real estate, you will be so much more successful than the people that took it one time and didn't really have to put any effort in. So I don't love that you had to go through it, but I do love that it shows you have what it takes to be successful. So there you go. You said, Crystal, you're in Georgia. When you move to North Carolina, do you have to retest to get your Charlotte license? Yes and no. You don't have to take a national exam, but you will have to take extra classes. But you can email me, and I will give you more information on that. All right. Oh, good. My voice was in your head. I don't know if that's good or bad, but if you passed, I will take it. Let's do another one. How about this one? The form of tenancy that expires on a specific date is A. The form of tenancy that expires on a specific date is A. Is it A, a tenancy by entirety, B, a tenancy in common, C, joint tenancy, or D, tenancy for years? What say you? Oh, Cantaray, you'll be your 7th on Thursday. Uh-oh, Cantaray, that sounds like something. That sounds good. Right? Tenancy by the entirety, tenancy in common, joint tenancy, or tenancy for years. What say you? All right, we got D's. We got D, we got D, we got D, we got a D. Tequila, you said F. Is F for F this and I don't even know, I give up? Like, I don't even know. What's F stand for, Tequila? What's F? What is option F? I don't know. Is it for WTF? Is that what that's for? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we got D's, we got D's, we got D's, we got D's. We got D's. All right, D's, 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 D's. Is it D? Hey, we got it right. The answer is D. Yeah, we got it right. It's tenancy for years, guys. Tenancy for years. Can anybody tell me the other name for tenancy for years? There's another term for tenancy for years. I kind of just gave it away. But there's another word for tenancy for years. Like you can use a donut. Okay, clearly I need to eat some dinner, guys, before I teach my night class because I said donut. You have the word dozen, which means 12. They're the exact same thing. We got a tenancy for years, but there's another word that means the exact same thing. You said you're also in North Carolina, something about a credit. I don't know what credit I could be talking about. Credit. Estate for years. Yes, tenancy for years and estate for years. And Sean, you are correct. It is a leasehold. Estate for years. No, Tequila, it's not a periodic tenancy. It is an estate or tenancy for term. an estate or a tenancy for term. So let me explain why. When we talk about estates, you have freehold estates and non-freehold estates. Freehold estates means you own it. Non-freehold estates means you're leasing it. A leasehold estate or a non-freehold estate is the same thing. If it's a non-freehold estate or a leasehold estate, there's 4 types. An estate for years or a tenancy for years, which is also known as an estate or a tenancy for term. Estate for years, estate for term. Tenancy for years, tenancy for term. That is the same thing. Then you have a periodic tenancy. Then you have a tenancy at will or an estate at will. And then you had an estate at sufferance. So tenancy and estate, if we're talking about those particular, like, how do I say this? A tenancy for years is a type of estate. So you can say an estate for years. It's a type. But the reason we're using the word tenancy is because you're renting. So an estate for years or tenancy for years, an estate or tenancy for a period or periodic tenancy, an estate at will, and an estate at sufferance or tenancy at sufferance. There you go. So there you go. Is it annual? It doesn't have to be annual. What it means is you have one term. So think of a mayor or the president where you get voted in, or a board, like I'm on a board. I was voted in for the board term. Maybe it's 2 years. And at the end of the term, I gotta go, unless I get voted back in. That's what we mean by term. It's not talking about the length. It's talking about the fact that when your term is over, it's done. There is no automatic renewal. If there was an automatic renewal, it would be an estate, estate for period to period or periodic tenancy. And the periodic tenancy or estate from period to period, what we're saying is that the time rolls over. You're going to be here for 6 months, and then you're going to be here for another 6 months, and then you're going to be here for another 6 months. But that 6 months could be a year. It could be 5 weeks. It's each time you have a set amount of time, it automatically renews. Versus a period for term or an estate for term, at the end of that time period, you got to go. Yep, we got it right. We like it. I like it. Oh, good, Maria. New information. You just learned something new today. Awesome. An indefinite term is going to be an estate at will, Jabari. An indefinite. Kind of like when your family comes. Like my brother came and stayed with me for years, trying to make me have to kill him. Is that called fratricide? I think. But he showed up one day and was like, I'm moving in. I was like, oh, okay. And then 8 years later, he left. When he left, he wanted to leave. He left, right? I should have killed him, but I didn't because he's my brother, and I guess I have to put up with him because I love him. So guys, it's about that time. It's 3:56. First of all, thank you for your patience with everything that's going today with tech. Sorry about that 11 o'clock thing. I had no idea. I was teaching a class. I had no idea. But tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern is our time. Hopefully everything will work and you just go to the right thing. But if not, we'll do an emergency thing like we did today. And if you did stay, which thank you, I hope I was able to help you learn something and help you gain some knowledge to help you pass this test. So guys, I gotta go. Like I said, the replay will be on my YouTube page. I might be able to send it over to PrepAgent, and if I can, I will, and it'll all be in the same place. But worst case scenario, it'll be on mine. And I think that's it, guys. So I'm gonna say goodbye. Thank you so much for putting up with my edges and your patience with it getting it right. And, thank you, William. Your test is tomorrow, Tiffany. Yes, come back with some great news. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.